Over 30 years ago, when the Curran brothers, Pat, Lee, and Tim, started their logging business, aptly named Curran Logging, they thought they knew what to expect. Hard workers from basically birth, this bunch from upstate New York has never met a challenge they won't push through. The brothers credit their parents for teaching them to never quit. That never quit attitude has served them well and is evident in their business. Curran Logging, which started it all, has since morphed from just the family to more than 85 employees running under the Seaway Timber Harvesting banner, which includes Curran Logging's 4 logging and chipping crews, a full-time full-service shop, sand and gravel pits, a parts business that services the public and in-house needs, and a fully automated pellet plant. The pellet plant wasn't part of the plan 30 years ago, but now it is an integral part of the operation. How does a logging company get into plant operation though? Easy. The brothers saw a problem and they fixed it. The culture of Seaway is one of hard work. Everyone puts their hands in and gets the job done, and the bosses are no exception.
And like he's playing about getting the pellet now. It was not just our income. We had all these employees. They're all counting on us for a job. You know, Pat and Lee and myself are strong believers that the employee has a responsibility to do a job for us, but we have a responsibility to keep their job.
It was a monster $10 million investment to get the Curran Renewables project off the ground, up and running. Looking back, the Currans admit that they were a little forward-thinking, but in the space of a heartbeat, they say they would do it all over again, even after COVID-19 dealt them a blow to markets further. Pat believes that without the pellet plant and the other diversification streams, because of what happened with COVID, there's a chance the company might not have made it, once again showing the brothers' collective ability to think outside of the box and be flexible. They changed their business and kept it afloat.
If you can create something in our local area and use our raw material to create jobs, that's what you do. I mean,
Seaway Timber Harvesting moves more than 25 loads of chips per day to Curran Renewables, working on tracts of anywhere from 200 to 400 acres. Of that, tracts are mainly thinnings, sometimes purchased by a brokerage and contracted to be cut by Seaway, sometimes purchased by Seaway to be cut by Seaway. The crews, usually 3 but sometimes 4, focus on 3 main separations for logs, plus at times veneer logs, plus pellet plant chips. Of the crews, 1 focuses on cleanup, grinding and chipping for biomass, basically a one-man show, while the other 2 use 3 or 4 skidders. Crews meet in the woods and Tim tries to keep the guys working as close to where they live as he can.
every one of our employees know if you got to get down in the ditch or do something, a tough job, one of the 3 of us or all 3 of us are in it with it.
Most in-woods iron is John Deere, with some Caterpillar machines mixed in. Chippers and grinders are Moorebark and Peterson, trucks are Western Star, trailers are Manak.
We're very, very fortunate. And I know you met Judy and Mary Lou, and I'm sure Pat told you they are the heart of the place. Nothing can be done, no matter how much Lee or Pat or myself do, without all of them. We do have a lot of good employees.
Pat echoes his brother Tim that Mary Lou Babcock and Judy Converse are the ones that get it done for the crews. Parts manager Gary Prayshaw and assistant parts manager Dylan Aldis, whom Pat says can do anything, keep the machines rolling for the sand and gravel operations, trucking, logging, and the pellet plant. Plus, a fairly decent outside parts sales business to the local area at a rate of about 75 to 25 in-house to outside sales. They keep a couple $1 million in inventory across both OEM and aftermarket options. Oh, and they do a lot of hydraulic hose making for the outside too. The shop is staffed by 6 full-time mechanics, 1 dedicated roaming mechanic, and shop manager Rodney Aldis, the heart that keeps the whole operation beating. Aldis runs an incredibly tight but very clean ship. Everything is done in-house unless it has to be machined. They are dedicated truck and trailer technicians. The in-woods operators handle woods machine servicing.
I'm a logger, and I can do about anything. Whatever's got to be done, I can make it work.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation to Tim Curran, representing the Curran family, owners of Seaway Timber Harvesting, Timber Harvesting Magazine's 2021 Logging Business of the Year.